Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to come on and talk because I'm like kind of in a pickle, and sometimes when I talk it out, even if I'm just talking to myself and nobody else, it kind of helps, like vlogging. So, I'm going to say I don't know what to do. Like, part of me is like, go for it. Like, at least try to get the loan and see what goes from there, and see if you can even get the apartment, like, or get the condo. Because my mom's like offering me $10,000 to put down on it, and basically making it almost impossible for me to say no. Like, I'd be stupid to say no, right? But then I'd be an owner of something. But then again, maybe I just need to let that go. Maybe that's just my fear holding me back. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming right now. I think it's my fear of like responsibility. But then again, it's like I'm trying to break away from the old paradigm. So it's like at the same time, my higher self is telling me like, no, don't second guess yourself, Liz. Like, this is you telling yourself like you don't want to be locked down to one place. But just because I buy something doesn't mean I am. You get what I'm saying? It just means that like I mentally put myself in that position where I feel like I am. So then therefore it becomes my reality where it is. Whereas if I didn't let it bother me, it wouldn't bother me as much, I guess. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out, guys. I really am. I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I just feel so drawn to let people know they're not alone. That's why I keep making these videos. Keep vlogging. You guys might think I'm crazy for doing it, but it helps. And it helps other people realize they're not alone. And I'm going to put it up on YouTube and other platforms just so that other people know that they're not alone and that there is a mass spiritual awakening happening across the globe for everyone on some level or other. And if you're not a very spiritual person, you are more than likely experiencing physical symptoms. At least a lot of people are experiencing physical or mental illness right now. I myself struggle with anxiety and depression. I go through like these weird waves, and I think it has to do with the collective. Like, that's how I feel, because like I am doing all the same things that I do when I'm high vibe. It's just like I go through these ebbs and flows of, today's an okay day, but I don't even know, like, I start to second guess myself because I am still living around so many people that don't believe, that are sleeping. I still am like walking among a bunch of sleepers. And so it's kind of hard to keep it in the forefront of my head that I am evolving and that I am here to lead a new path, and that I am going to hit bumps in the road, and that it's okay to hit bumps in the road. It's okay to not feel sure of yourself. It's okay to feel these feelings, You are a spiritual being having a human experience. I will say that so many times. And we have to just love ourselves for the fact that we are human and we are experiencing life in the third dimension right now. So we have to give ourselves some credit where it's due. Because I know a lot of you guys are like me and you beat yourself up. A lot of the problem is that we beat ourselves up. We need to start building ourselves up. So that's what I've been doing. I just like runny nose when I'm outside in the cool air. It's like beautiful autumn air out here in New England, which I love living in New England and like experiencing all the seasons and stuff, but I feel like I need to move to a place that has more stable weather, where I'm able to sustain off the land better and able to experience outdoors, because I feel so drawn to being outdoors. I'm almost worried about when the winter comes. What is it going to feel like when I can't be outside as much as I want to? And then I'm like, well, I'll just bundle my ass up and I'll just go outside, but it's like, no, it's going to be snowing and stuff. Like, maybe, who knows what it's going to be like? I'm projecting into the future, right? Like, who knows? Take it one day at a time. And if you need to be somewhere where it's like better for, whatever, like, we'll make it happen. It's all in divine timing. I really do believe that. And I believe that the right people are going to come into my life and the right situation is going to just plop into my lap. because that's what's happening to me. I'm literally focusing on what I want to bring to me, focusing on the positive, and I'm bringing it to me. Within the past month, I've had 3 different opportunities handed to me. I said to myself, we need to make a community, Nathan, to this guy named Nathan. He also is doing YouTubing. He's Vibes and Frequencies. If you haven't checked him out, you should. I kept saying to him, we can change the world. Let's make a community. And he's doing it now. He just this week has made a post to have other people join him. The only thing that's holding me back is the fact that I have kids. And is that going to be a problem? You know, like, and then the fear. I have to overcome the fear of jumping with my kids, holding onto my hands and jumping with them. Or do I don't even know, like, what is their father going to respond to me and what I want to do? How is it all going to work out? I don't even know. Like, all I know is that, like, Josh is on board, but only to a certain point. He was an atheist when I met him. And he'll tell you, I have made him believe in a higher power. Since being with me, he said that I have made him believe in a higher power. And he is now a spiritual person. And he's actually trying to work on himself. He says that I make him motivate to want to be a better person, which is wonderful. That's wonderful. I hope I feel that way to all the people I meet. I really do. And I want to help as many people as I can. And I mean that with, like, no ego. Nothing. Like, it's not about, like, if people like me or if I'm famous or rich or whatever. No, it's not about that. It's about how many people can I help? How many people can I impact? Because I want to help, because I love you, because we're one. You know? I feel it so deep in my bones. Like, I love everyone. Even the people that sit there and cause me pain on a daily basis, or at least try to cause me pain. I'm sorry. It's not working anymore. I'm going to help you heal instead. Maybe you'll see your behavior and you'll change. Because I'm not going to react. I'm just going to let you be you. And I'm going to be me. And I'm going to keep my inner peace as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to try to spread it to as many people as I can during these trying times. You know? But what should I do, guys? Post me a comment below. You know, what should I do? What do you guys think I should do? What are your opinions? I want to hear them. Should I jump the ship with my kids and go live in my car selling crystals like Nathan in Arizona and join the community and say, fuck it, let's do it? Homeschool the kids and just try to trust in the universe? Because I know I can. It's just scary. Really scary, especially when you have kids. That's when, like, they said that a solar flare was going to hit in the future. That's going to knock out the internet and all that stuff. And, like, so many things are just going to be set right when that happens. I almost can't wait for it, you know? And it's like, I always wondered to myself, how are we actually going to make it completely into the 5D? Because I feel like there's always going to be a skeptic. You know what I mean? Or there's always going to be some kind of negative. How are we going to get out of the negative paradigm that we're in? And then they tell me, a solar flare. It's going to come. It's going to knock out all the internet and most of our electronics, if not all of them. And when it does happen, don't worry, guys. You're not going to need the internet. Because we are like the internet, essentially. We have the consciousness inside of ourselves to literally be telepathic, to give each other messages, to figure out any issue that we need. We have access to the Akashic records in our minds. All of us do. This is the universal consciousness that I'm speaking of. We all have this ancient wisdom inside of us. It's just we have to quiet the chatter, the narrative of everyday life. We have to quiet all that useless chatter that we have in our heads. It's so useless, guys. It's the system that we live in is so complicated and it's so unnecessary. We wonder why we're so stressed out. It's because we're not supposed to live this way. We're not. We're supposed to be living in harmony and happy, able to create and know that we can create, and knowing our divine being, knowing our divine heritage, knowing that we're divine beings having human experiences, for crying out loud. I am vibrating so high these days, you can almost see my spirit through my skin. I'm glowing. And even someone told me, quote unquote, told me, you looks like your eyes are like diamonds and it looks like you're glowing. I do have green eyes, so it could very well look like an emerald. But she said, your eyes look like diamonds and your skin looks like it's glowing. And I was just like, wow, that's powerful shit right there. Your eyes look like diamonds and your skin looks like it's glowing. Yeah, Kim, yeah, you know, girl, I love you. You made me feel so special. Like, wow, my eyes are turning into crystals. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, everything's crystalline, guys. Like, it's all grid, it's all math, it's all mathematical. It's all science. It's all spiritual and it's all beauty. I mean, Jesus. He's beautiful too. I love you guys. I mean, I've completely changed into a new person. I really have. And I really hope to help other people do the same thing and better their lives and help them live their true selves too and get out of this negative paradigm that we're in together and make a really wonderful world where we're able to actually support and love one another. You know? Like, love thy neighbor. So important. And be grateful when your neighbor helps you. Be grateful for all that you have. I have to get back to work now. I'm just on my break and I wanted to put that out there because I'm going back and forth in my head. Should I buy it? Should I not? And I'm like, I need to at least try. I need to at least go to the bank and fill out the application and see where it goes. See if my finances allow for it. Weigh out these pros and cons. I haven't even really done that, but I want to sit down with my mother and do this because, like, I'm not going to just jump in and say yes to something without feeling 100% sure that I'm able to do it and that I want to do it. Just because it's basically being handed to me doesn't mean that I want it. Doesn't mean that I have to take it. If she said, you're going to rent it, I would be all over that. I would be like, all right, I'll rent it from you, no problem. But to buy it, it's a big, you know, I don't know. What are the taxes going to be? What, you know, all this shit. I got to figure it all out. You know? And if it's meant to be, it will work out. But I don't want to put myself in a box. And I don't want to limit myself from being able to explore. But then again, if I own this, say I own it, and I decide that I would like to travel abroad, I could always rent it. So that's another thing. So I want opinions. What should I do, guys? What should I do? I know many of you might even just say what I would say to the same person that was asking me. What does your soul tell you to do? Go meditate on it, right? I have meditated on it, and I'm going in circles about it, so I think I need to at least try to apply and see if the numbers match up to what I can afford. And if they do, then it's meant to be. And who knows, I might need a cosigner. I don't have the best credit, you know. I'm just starting my credit history and yeah, anyways, got to get back to work now, but thank you for your advice and love you as always.